Welcome to OnShape. This video will introduce you to basics such as how to create a sketch and how to do a basic extrude of that sketch. And we're going to make our initials. So the first thing is go to ccsoh.onshape.com. Notice up here in the URL bar, I'm in ccsoh.onshape.com. Do not go to cad.onshape.com. You need to go to our domain. Next thing is we want to create a document, and we're going to title it initials underscore our period number underscore our last name and our first name. So your first word will be the same, and then your period number and name obviously will be different. So follow this format. Initials, period number, last name, then first initial. Then click OK. Okay. Then it'll take you right into the document. So we are going to create a new Part Studio. Yours will already have a Part Studio pulled up. And the basic way we make things is we create a 2D profile, usually with a sketch, and then we extrude it to make it pop out. Okay, so the sketch is an outline, a 2D outline of whatever shape you're looking to make, and then you extrude it. Or you do some other things, but those are more advanced. We'll get to those later. So we're going to choose sketch. And before we do that, sorry, my fault, we need to go to the document menu and change the units to millimeters. Up here at the top, change from inch to millimeter, and then click the green check. If you already have a sketch created, double click on it, but since I didn't create one, click on sketch. And you need to choose a sketch plane. See here in the box it says sketch plane. Sketch plane is a flat surface you're going to draw on, like a sheet of paper. And you have three default sheets of paper: your front view, as your top view as if you were looking down at it from the top, and your right view as if you were looking at it from the right. Well, we want our object to be standing up, so we're going to look at it from the front. So select front, and then we want to look straight at it. It's hard to draw when you're angled, so click on the front view of the view cube. This part area over here on the right side is called the view cube. It's how you navigate, zoom in and out. Okay, if you ever need to know how to get somewhere, the keyboard shortcuts are right here in the little question mark. Click on that and look under 3D view. Okay, now the next thing we want is to outline our drawing area. So we're going to click on corner rectangle, and then we are going to select construction. So the little two lines right here, and click on the, notice when I draw my rectangle, it should be yellow square. That means it's connected to that point. And just drag it out here, get it somewhere close to 75 by 75 millimeters. Okay, then click, and notice there's a box around this one. So what we can do is start typing in 75, press enter, and then my box switches to the other dimension. So type in 75 and then press enter. And notice it shows a dimension of 75 for the width and a 75 for the height. Now, if you need to edit these dimensions, press escape, and you can double click on the number and change it and press enter. 75, enter. If you need to change this one, double click on the number, type in 75. Okay, so now that is the area that we want to draw in, but it's not that big, so I'm going to move it to the center by panning, and I'm going to zoom in. And you can either on your mouse pad use two fingers, pinch to zoom, and then to pan you hold down Control and Shift and use the arrow keys to move around. Okay, so I'm going to use my basic line tool to draw the outline of my initials, but there are other tools you can play around with. This is a circle, this is an arc, and you can even do irregular curves with a spline. Okay, so I'm going to do basic J here. So I'm going to start here. And I'm just going to freehand this for now. I can add dimensions later. I'm going to go up and over. And I want my K to be incorporated. So I'm going to go this somewhere around the middle here. And then over here. You kind of get the idea of what I'm trying to do here. So there's my K, but I'm missing the bottom part. Well, that's because I want to put a curve for my J here. So I'm going to use the arc tool, 3-point arc. I'm going to click on this part here, and I want my J to be somewhere and somewhere over here. Click, and then I can make that curve more pronounced, however I prefer. Okay. All right. So that's my first arc, and then I'm going to get my second one here, and I want it to come somewhere over here, and I want it to have about the same center there. Okay, so there it is, and then I need a line to close off. Notice the inside of my K is blue. That means it's a closed sketch. You need that to be able to extrude. Notice right here is not closed, so it's not. So I can't extrude this bottom part. So to do that, I'm going to draw a line. Notice I've got the yellow square. I'm going to connect it here. And notice all of a sudden this becomes blue. That means it's a closed sketch. You can extrude that. And I don't like the way this kind of looks. So what I'm going to do is I am going to add this coincident constraint, which is right here. And I'm going to click on these two centers and join them. And then press escape. And my last thing is I'm going to kind of draw this out a little bit. And I can kind of adjust my K there however I want, or my J. I can even bring this down, make it a little bit closer there. And of course, you can always stretch things and manipulate things however you want. If you want to make it more pronounced or something, you can always adjust the points. All right, so when you're done with your sketch and all the areas that you want to pop out should be light blue, click the green check mark. And now I'm going to go to the upper right. And I want to see the isometric view of this. Okay, you'll see the reason why. Let's zoom in. Now I want to extrude this. So I click on extrude. And I want a depth of 10 millimeters. Remember, our constraint is that it's 10. Okay, and then we just click on the areas of the sketch that we want to pop out. Notice that area is a closed area, so it only extrudes that. And then I need to select this area too. And then green check mark. And now my part is extruded. And I can see it in 3D. I can turn my view cube around to look at this. I can look at the top view. Okay, I can zoom in and out. And that is how you make a basic part.